There we go. All right, so
I'm chaos.
yes, we know you do. I'm expecting you to create chaos simply because of where we technically are.
I will not use the front door. I shall use the windows. Who needs doors when I have windows?
I've got to try and get in character somehow.
That's fine. All right, so first things first. God damn it, EXO! Different person, don't worry about it. Every time I open a D&D session with first things first, they usually say I'm the realist or you're the realist. And like it annoys me greatly, and they know that.
I'm not real.
And now it's gotten to the point where, like when I say give me a second and I curse a certain somebody in the VC, because I start to immediately correct myself mid-thought process.
Pretty sure that's me.
No. Right now, she's grinning from ear to ear like a mad woman. Because she knows exactly who I'm talking about, don't you? But anywho. So you walk through the portal or door, depending on whatever I said in your solo session. And two figures that arrive at the same time that you do just straight up collapse. And are unconscious. Meanwhile, when you take a look around, you see various bar patrons and stuff. You see waitresses handing out bottles of ale, cups of ale, all that fun shit to various patrons. And of course, you see this man look up from the bar.
Are we doing theater of the mind right now? Because all I got is a black screen.
We shouldn't. Yeah, we shouldn't have a black screen. Me. Oh, I'm retarded. All right, refresh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. No, I thought I popped up a handout thing, or at least a character handout thing.
You did, Sam Goven.
Yes.
Which I don't know the name.
You wouldn't know the name, Alex, because the only way you're going to play Skyrim is if we play that Skyrim Together Reborn mod.
How fucking close am I? I have to zoom in to see people's faces. Here we go.
There. But
pretty sure my hit points haven't updated from last game.
Let me check. Let me check your character sheet.
Yeah, my character. I mean,
it looks like a sumo wrestler.
It's right against my against what's on my character sheet at the moment, but I'm pretty sure my hit points should be higher than
that. Player characters.
I am the squishiest bitch in this party.
Then you never updated your thing because it says you're at 35, even on your hit point.
Yeah, no, I did. I did definitely update it. It says level 4.
Yeah. No, I'm.
But I
yeah.
also update my constitution. My hit points were 35 in session 1.
Okay.
And my constitution went up to 18, so it should go up by that for every level and an extra level.
Yeah.
I think my hit points should have been.
So the real question is, why didn't you do that?
I did.
Okay, why didn't you click save settings?
I did.
Okay, so then Roll20 just wanted to be a bitch.
Yep.
Gotcha. That's fine. You are now the tank of the party.
I am tank. Yes. I think what happened is I tried to make it automatically calculate my hit points. And it decided it wasn't going to do that.
Alex, what are you doing with your expressions?
Changing them.
Okay.
So,
if I remember correctly, I named that one Catnoid.
Suddenly, I am in a room, a bar full of people.
Yes.
Is it like a bustling bar? It looks pretty crowded, pretty noisy. Lots of people
Yeah,
talking.
it's pretty noisy.
And
Who's
then
there?
the two people
Big ass
standing
man.
directly next to me collapse like a sack of wet potatoes.
Yes.
Can you mark that on their icon somehow so I know that they're unconscious?
Okay. I just realized what you're about to do.
Yeah,
How
we need
could
to
you possibly know what I'm about to do?
we need to move
I
them out
know
of
you.
harm's way. You're going to rifle through their pockets. I'm going to move them out of harm's way. 'Cause they're like right in front of the door. Right?
Yep. That's
No,
exactly what I was expecting Alex to do.
I have to think first about. Hold on. I need to get in character. I need to. Okay, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Okay. We are Khajiit.
Yes, you are Khajiit.
Yep, I've just gone through the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah,
Walked
you
through
met a
portal
god,
like a god.
killed a
through
man.
bar. Are lots of people staring at us?
No, just the one at the bar.
So no one else is paying any attention to the people who just appeared.
No.
Does
That-
it look like the
That
portal
will
brought
be
us into this-
explained later.
Okay,
Yeah,
and-
does it look like the portal brought us into this room at exactly the point the door would be? So anyone looking would just think we came through the door.
Is there okay? So the person to my left is a half-naked barbarian-looking person. I'm assuming,
Yes.
and the person to my right is a properly dressed, or lizard person.
Lizard person with cat ears. Specifically detachable cat ears. It basically looks like I'm sure you've been on the internet long enough. I'm sure you've seen the little weird hats where you can pull strings on it and it'll lift and move ears.
So
We
like a hoodie.
We have a furry in the party.
Yes.
Just one. Okay, so Butters goes in. He's like, in a bar. Okay, person
Yes.
collapses. Second person collapses.
Yes.
Two people knock. One of which is a. They look elvish, half elf. I can't tell. Pointy ears covered by hair. No idea. And another cat.
Yes.
Okay, now, this is a question for me. So, other cat is currently a black and white picture. Can I get a brief description of what the cat actually looks like? Just
think of a monk. It's like Locke, but except it's
what color is your fur? Pink polka dots? White? Gray? Is it purple? What do you look like? Do you have really long fur like a Maine Coon? Do you have no fur like one of those skinless things? Do you have two missing eyeballs? Knowing that you're a monk does not tell me what you look like, Rose.
Okay. Yeah, no, teal green.
Okay, let's
like
start
dark-
really simply. How tall are you?
She's 6 foot.
Okay, 6 foot tall. Okay, that's a good start. What color is your fur?
Dark teal. It's an odd color, but yeah, dark teal. Her
Obviously,
mouth.
somebody fell into an industrial dying accident. Got it. Um, Hi, Joker. Do you have a long, thin tail or a big, thick, bushy tail?
Big bushy tail.
Okay, long, bushy tail. Got it. Okay. Any other
Yeah, that checks.
identifying features? Like weirdly long hair, short hair, scars, burn marks.
got-
Any other identifying
He's
features?
got a pixie, like
Pixie cut.
almost like a pixie cut hair, and
also teal?
yes,
Okay.
only where her from her nose to her like the middle of her body is white.
Okay, so white belly, got it.
Mm-hmm.
No other identifying marks.
Earrings. The iris is yellow, and the inside of the eye is the pupil. Not the pupil. What's the other part? I forget.
Iris.
No, the iris. No, the iris is red. The outer part where the white part is yellow.
Lara.
It's not white. Yeah, it's not white like normal people.
Yeah, okay. So you have creepy liver jaundice. Got it. Okay, you have cancer.
Yes,
to
I
know.
have cancer. Thank you very much. She got earrings, and what she's doing right now, she would be
You're
looking.
doing the crane
like
pose as soon as you get into the bars. Ha! Prepared.
Yeah, she's
Okay, so you said you had yellow Slara, and what were the color of your irises? Blue, right, brown, gray? I forget. It was like 5
Red.
seconds ago. Red. Okay. Okay, so that's you. We're done with you. Okay, so Andy, tell me what you look like. British Andy.
Okay.
Brandy.
Yep. So you've got the picture of my character of face, but she has a multitude of scars over her. Most of them small, but there's a couple of fairly heavy ones. Armor. Well, not really wearing anything you could define as armor. It's mostly animal furs and like tanned hides and stuff. And has a fairly large sword wrapped to her back, and a kind of quite large dagger attached to a belt.
Okay, and you're what, like 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot?
Height is something I hadn't actually decided, but let's say 5.5.
Okay.
Okay, so Minty towers over you. Got it.
Yeah, Bosma aren't
on her
particularly
head.
tall.
No, I know they're
Okay.
not.
Just for everyone else's information, my character is 4'8", short little bitch. Relatively
Like
short,
this?
pitch black fur all over, big yellow eyes.
Obviously.
Wears scrappy street urchin clothing. That's
Oh,
pretty
wait,
much everything you have to know.
You are cousin. You are Khajiit cousin.
I do not know this woman.
This one does not know this one.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this one does not know that one. All right. Okay. So
I just looked up the racial information for Bosma, and apparently they are rarely over 5 feet in height. So I'm 5'2".
Okay.
5'2".
So
okay,
you're
that's-
still pretty decent size
I mean,
for a boss.
I'm very tall for a Bosma, but yeah.
I'm a boss. We're rarely over 5'2". I'm a genetic fucking freak. I'm 7'6".
Well, her boobs are still resting on her head.
Anyway, right. So we got the introductions out of the way. Good to
Yes.
see all of you. I know what we're dealing with. Okay. First thing this Khajiit is going to do is look around. What the fuck is going on? 2 collapsed people's like, oh, my friends, you have collapsed from obviously too much alcohol before you get into the bar. You shouldn't have started drinking so early. And then, okay, he's gonna like try and drag the big dude, fail miserably, and try and grab
Obviously.
the,
I was gonna say, I know your strength stat. I know you aren't lifting him.
Seeing that, I will just sigh, and then I will one-handedly grab the large one by the scruff of the neck and just drag it.
How
Alright,
big
give
is
me
how
me
big
a
is
moment.
Argonian?
I'm not sure how big. Okay, first off, I must say that the big dude is apparently 8'6". There's actually an there is an actual in-canon reason for it. Because of the type of racial character he is. Or rather subclass, I should say. You say you have a strength of 14?
I got a strength of 16.
16? Yeah, you're
So I
you're
should
still
have
gonna
good
have
rank.
to he's 180 pounds. It's mostly
What
muscle.
my strength score is
-9.
close. It's 7
Fine.
with a -2 bonus.
Yeah, give me a moment. Let me look
Yeah.
for look at Nina's thing. I don't think they
Yeah,
actually...
I'm not actually trying to pick them up. I'm just trying to drag them out of the way.
Yeah, out of the doorway.
I actually wouldn't be
exactly.
able to tell you, but Yeah, you could easily. I'll let Alex move Ahjad because I forgot that. Yep. I know the first thing Brigor's going to do if he gets here by the time they get back and shit, that's immediately hit the bar. Again.
Okay, so let me roll this shit. What am I rolling to drag an unconscious Argonian?
Probably athletics.
Watch this, everyone. Watch this shit go down, everyone.
Yep.
What's this? Actually,
I just rolled for DC.
Oh God, Oh God, what is the cat doing?
Currently
What is
picking up.
Meow doing?
Currently
What is-
picking up a lizard person.
why is it not rolling?
I don't know.
Oh God.
I did roll.
Oh, there you go. There's the roll.
Yeah.
You-
You okay. Yeah. You fail miserably and actually chip one of your claw nails.
Because I obviously haven't put the gauntlets on yet. Good to know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is Butters tries to like drag the body. He's like, hey, snaps his claw, goes, motherfucker, collapses on top of the body.
Yes.
While collapsed on top of the body, goes for all the pockets.
Yeah.
Because obviously no one can see you.
All right. So to stop this from happening. All right. Yep. Oh yeah, definitely stopping that from happening.
Oh, come on, Andy.
Yeah.
That was a 29.
Yes, but Sam sees what you're doing.
The fuck is Sam? Psychic bitch?
No. Sam is something special.
The godlike NPC behind the bar.
I object to your NPC.
Well, you're partially correct. So basically, Sam sees this, and near your face, just mere centimeters away, or whatever the hell you have as your smallest unit of measurement, from your nose, you see a full-on mug of ale whip by you.
I'm getting flashbacks to the rolling pins.
Funnily enough, it is actually filled to the brim with alcohol. Roll me a constitution check or a constitution save.
Okay. So I collapse on top of this body,
Yes.
and then in front of my face, are you saying like appears or like zips past me?
It whiffs past you. It's like he threw it but made sure it wasn't going to hit you.
Okay, so he threw this shit. We're just spitballing here like this,
Yes.
and it just whips past my nose, full of alcohol.
Yes.
I
That good of ale's got to have a really small range increment.
and I am rolling a Constitution save.
Yes.
All right.
You'll find out who this is in a little bit. Okay. Double check what I had for. Oh, well. Yeah, you're drunk. Absolutely toasted.
Okay. This is an interesting turn of events because this happens really quickly. I'm like, okay, I got this. Tries to drag a huge body, fails miserably. Tries to drag the smaller body, goes, fuck, snaps a claw, collapses on top of the body, squirms around for a bit. Suddenly, from the bar, a fucking keg, a mug, zips past, smashes into the wall behind me. And then I'm like, so Butter sits up like really slowly.
Yes.
And like there's like the one eye blink and the other eye blink and like the at this different times. And then like bleh. And then reaches for like the smell of alcohol, which is this mug. I'm assuming is spilled everywhere.
Yes.
Picks up the mug and is like, huh. And then collapses unconscious on the floor.
Yes.
Right next to the body that
You
he's trying
said,
to move.
you said nothing.
Meanwhile,
Butters has never drunk alcohol.
Yeah, at which point Laurel glances around at everything that's happening, shakes her head, and mumbles under her breath, "Oh fuck, we are doomed."
the only person that seemed to have reacted to that at all was Sam, standing at the bar, and
So,
like he's got
actually-
his hand extended and everything. I was like, sorry you guys had to see that, but I had a feeling something like that was going to happen. Whether or not it was on purpose or on accident, it remains to be seen.
Here's a quick question though, and this is very important, Andy, out of character.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else sees me trying to move a body,
Yes.
cursing in pain, collapsing on top of the body, and then for no reason, the bartender yeets a mug of ale at me.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
just want to
busy
let everyone
trying.
know. According to what everyone else sees, I am trying to do something helpful, and the bartender very nearly nails me in the head with a bug of booze for no reason. Do with that as you will.
I didn't see anything. I was busy. Minty is just basically looking at everything. Her ears are just like. She's like a cat looking at everything that's happening. Everybody talking. Everybody. Of course, she saw the mug of ale going.
Yeah.
Towards the cat person.
Bit of sensory overload for Minty. Because this is probably one of the more fully staffed bars she's seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We've been to bars, but bar not been like this before. Not so noisy. Not
Oh,
so
usually
smelly.
it's nicer. Usually gets nicer around nighttime, less noise. Yeah, he basically hops the bar as he says that. Like, and he's literally talking casually, even though you were like away from the bar, as though he could hear you in front of him as he starts to approach the group.
I will gesture towards the collapsed Khajiit and mug of ale, and just casually say, "What was that about?"
Well, they were going to start going through their pockets.
No.
Yes, dear.
I want to headbutt.
You want to headbutt whom?
Him.
Who is him?
The dude walking towards us whose token just shrunk.
Please, for the love of me, describe in detail your actions right now, because I want to see this cat suddenly stunned out of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh look, a person walking towards me," yeets themselves forward and smacks their face into them for no reason whatsoever.
Okay, it's like who does it's like
It's like fucking Dio from Johto. "Oh, you're approaching me. I can't headbutt you if you don't get closer."
Oh, you're approaching me? I can't kick the shit out of you without getting closer. Oh, then come as close as you like.
So go on, Rose. Describe us in artistic detail this headbutt.
It's like when Gohan it's like when Gohan
Okay.
crashed the rabbit.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it was called.
Best way to describe it is you basically bounce. Okay, so I can help you out with this.
Honda-ing his stomach.
Yeah.
Yes. She's fine. Yeah.
By the way, since I'm streaming for Rose, I'm assuming that means Rose can't access Roll20, which means should I be controlling her character, or are you doing that?
No, I can do it. I'm pretty sure she's got dice. I mean, I know she's got dice in the post office if Customs will ever let go of it. It's
Does she
piece of
have,
shiny math rocks, fuckers. It's not explosive.
does she have her character sheet?
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Would you like to give me temporary permission so I can display the character sheet when she wants to do something?
Yeah, why not? This way it helps me out too. Where? Okay, right. I had to double
Just in case
check.
Rose-
I had to double check your name because I was literally looking for High Sphere on Roll20. Oh, right. It's got to be in Alex's journal for them to click it. There. You should have access to it now.
Rati Minti Shakti.
Yes. And of course, since she chose to be a monk, I helped her out with the monk sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that okay, Rose?
Yeah. We named her headbutt ability.
Yes, we did.
Just remind me again what it is.
That.
Minty demands pets.
Yes.
Yes.
Minty demands pets.
So,
Okay,
do
what
you want
do
me
I
to
roll
roll
for
that?
Nice. Who left? Me?
Okay, so in response to that attempt at pets, Sam is going to do something that's probably going to be comical in some form of context, and if I was actually a more popular content creator, actually create fan art. Because what Sam is going to do is he is going to just casually, as she goes to basically bum rush him, put his hand on her head and immediately start ruffling her hair, occasionally
Okay.
scritching an ear.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
This hand on her hair ruffling the head thing I get. Is
Yes.
he canceling all of her forward momentum, or does he take the hit to the stomach and then do it?
Oh, he's canceling her forward momentum. It's basically like in cartoons and shit when you got a short character trying to go after a taller dude, and for comic relief sake, the taller dude's just holding their head.
Like, yeah, except the thing
they
here
have no
is,
reach.
The thing here is Minty has literally launched herself off the ground. So is he literally holding her by the head with her hands and feet off the ground, hovering there, just scratching her head while she's just planking in midair?
Yes.
Please drop her on her face.
No.
When you're done petting, just like let go. It's like thunk face first.
She's gonna land on her hands. Hello, she's a cat.
She is a cat,
She's
yes.
gonna land on all fours.
Yeah, except I am very well aware that if you give a cat enough scritches, they forget that feet exist and they just fall.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Just do it. Just do it.
All right.
Fine. Yeah, I'm looking on at all of this in disbelief, and then I'll just say,
yeah.
Fuck are all you people?
Well,
why are you so dysfunctional?
Well, it takes a team of extremely dysfunctional people to take out a group of extremely dysfunctional fascists.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes, he did.
Then I think I'm probably in the wrong group.
No, you're in the right group. Akatosh was very specific about you guys. 2 Khajiit, a lizard that thinks it's a Khajiit, and a Reachman that's actually a failed experiment. Yeah, all that checks out.
Guessing that's the half giant over there.
Yes. He says this as he basically drops Minty. However, when he drops Minty, there's like no pain or damage. It's just
next question.
A casual drop.
Pets.
Next question. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I go by many names.
Him.
What?
Him.
No,
him.
He's
you
not.
You may call me. I have many names. Some call me Tim.
No, Tim. I already have a name. I already had a character being named for. But no. You may call me Sam. Of course, while I'm in this form. This is my form when I'm actually mingling with the mortal realm.
As a player, I know exactly who this is.
Yeah, as a player with outside knowledge, I know exactly who this is. Does my character know who this is?
My character does not know who this is.
I mean, if you'd like to actually try roll religion, because it's technically a religion thing.
Okay, I'll try. I don't
Rose
have any
and
points in
stomach.
it, but
A man's more pets.
14.
14?
Yep,
All
based
right.
on flat intelligence.
Give me a moment. Oh yeah, Lyrel knows exactly who this is.
Minty. Minty
Because
scratchy.
they're in a bar. Because they're in a bar, and he literally just threw a mug of what is presumably alcohol at a cat and made it immediately drunk.
Okay.
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
So
Minty scratch,
Lyrel
scratch.
knows exactly who he is.
Okay. So, given the descriptive what he just said, I will just say, right, I now know exactly who you are. You are gonna send us on some weird, wacky quest to help out Akatosh, right?
Obviously. While some of us don't necessarily agree with the Aedra, there are those, by it, a small few, that without the Aedra, the mortal coil would cease to exist, and therefore we couldn't have fun with you mere mortals anyway. Of course, I'm in this for fun. The Mad God's still on the fence about helping you lot. He said something about if you can entertain him for long enough, he might think about it. Even some of the more, well, let's say, not so friendly towards mortals are debating upon it. After all, how are you going to try to rule a completely new domain if the domain is ruled by psychopaths that aren't you?
Mm-hmm. So, can you wake that Khajiit up? Because probably should have, well, and the others if you can. Probably should have all of us as conscious as possible for this.
Yeah. Well, the other two are, well, suffering from something that hasn't happened yet, but will happen to them at some point. However, due to this pocket dimension, it has caught up to them. Time travel's weird.
I'm not going to try and understand it.
Oh, you're smarter than most mortals your age. So he walks over to Butters, picks him up by the scruff of his neck, sets his whole hand on fire, and puts it directly under Butters' nose. Now, Butters smells something that smells like burning.
Butters bites it.
That's a Goku move.
Why is
Butters
it
has just
spicy?
Pretty much, Butters has just been knocked unconscious by the strongest booze they've ever encountered. Is woken up by something burning, and their first reaction is just like panic, choose random reaction, spin the wheel of what to do, bite, humph.
You know, I'm almost positive that you actually have a random wheel of what to do in a tab on your computer.
Actually, no, that's just all in my head. I'm just talented.
And I'm just imagining like wheel of fortune noises and shit.
I'd like to try a vowel, please.
What should we do? Our survey says.
Survey says it's Family Feud. We've asked 100 people.
What does a Khajiit do?
Yes.
On the top result
Survey
is
says.
steal.
Survey
Yeah.
says you bite them, you steal their things, you try to move them when they're 10 times your size.
I'm pretty sure the top result for Akeji Wheel of what to do is has wares if you have the coin.
That's Wes, if you have coin. Yeah. Fucking, but yeah. So now, you roll a Constitution save for a completely different pain.
Alright. Let's try this
Hangover.
again.
Minty's trying to get the attention of the guy. She's purring. She's like,
She liked the pets.
she wants more. I'm gonna headbutt you again if you don't pet me.
So I'm assuming Minty had
Okay,
been
okay.
following him around
Yes.
while he walked over to him. Yeah, all right. So
Yeah, on all fours.
yep. Okay. All right. So basically, oh, that's a good save. All right. So basically, the spice is what actually sobers Butters up. However, now he has a throbbing headache. Congratulations, you've gotten hungover in record time and not touching a single drop of alcohol.
Oh, this one doesn't know. The alcohol touched something.
Meanwhile,
His head?
Sam kneels down to pat Minty some more. All right, since you three are the only three up and able at the moment, one of them is going to suffer a bit of a hangover right now for the next little bit. The effect will wear off once he leaves the bar. Alright, so from what I've gathered, you all are going to be, well, our help to actually save the realms. As well as the concept of time itself. Hopefully we can get that sorted soon. However, we may need to do some of our own little time manipulation in order to write this. Unfortunately, that requires going to a continent that I have been banned from. Well, I've been banned from at least a country on that continent. Equally unfortunately, the only way actually in is through one of their port cities. However, their port city is aware of this bar's very existence and the fact that it hops through time and space.
So don't go via this bar.
Exactly. So what I'm going to need you three to do, well, your first mission, and this out of character, this will be the chapter goal, to procure a ship to take you to this continent.
Okay, so Butters raises his hands like shakily up in the air and is like, this one wants to know, could that have been said in many, many less words? Many quieter words? Why must you laugh so loud?
The only reason I'm laughing is because you're actually pulling off a hangover really well. So I'm assuming you've actually had one before.
Weirdly enough, I've never had a hangover.
And yet
I
you're
don't
portraying
get
it very
hangovers.
well.
I have experience
Because shit,
watching other people.
because shit is loud when you are hungover. Even
It
when they're
echoes.
speaking in the quietest of ways.
Yeah, it echoes too. It's not fantastic.
No, it's not. I mean,
Anyway.
I could have literally turned on audio at any point to really emulate the hangover.
Then you give everyone a hangover, and that's just not fun.
No, please don't do that.
I kind of
Anyway,
want
yeah.
to now.
So So many less words, many quieter words.
Oh, if the Mad God was here, he would have leaned in. He would have had you lean in, and he would have just shouted at your face, specifically yours, because you were the only one affected by that particular brand of mine.
Luckily, Mad God not here. So we're all good. Everyone's good. Everyone's fine. This one is going to go somewhere that is quiet and not loud.
Oh yes,
And
you do actually have a room up here in the area. This bar is also an inn.
excellent. So could maybe you show this one to the bed?
So he snaps his fingers. And to you, it is a really loud, thunderous sounding snap. So imagine a boon totem being activated, but directly in your ear.
Good times. Got it.
And you are all of a sudden in your own little room. And I have to zoom out now because I need to find where the bedrooms are.
Down.
Down. Thank you. I will put you... I was half tempted to just drop him in the basement. Half tempted. And directly on the bed.
So Butters is gonna like grab like the whole blanket sheet thing, wrap the whole thing like around their head, fall off the bed and roll under it.
I mean, that's
And
one
then
way to
cry.
do it.
So while they're off sobering up,
Yes.
what's the plan?
Well, the plan is to either garner enough support in surrounding areas. Thankfully, this will double as a temporary transport for you three, I guess, at least until these two wake up. To actually try and garner as much, I'd say fame, but I don't want the Thalmor catching on to what we're doing.
You said we need a ship, so
Yes.
why don't I just go challenge a ship captain to a duel and say if I win, you take us places? Because I'll win.
Right, you're
That'll be
from that tribe. In order for that to be the case, we'd have to take you to Orsinium. Because that is the only race out of you Tamrielans that would actually honor that kind of duel besides a Nord. On top of that, you would likely have to. You would likely also have to make sure that that ship had enough weapons and food for a 3-month journey across the sea.
This is not Minty.
Oh, he's still petting Minty, since Minty won't stop demanding pets.
I've been talking. Am I having a baby?
What?
It's the only thing I can think of. That happens in 3 months.
Did like the whole conversation cut out for you?
No, I know. I'm
Okay.
listening. Am I waiting for conception or something? Don't worry.
Anyway, it really depends. Like I said, you would need weapons for the ship just in case. Because there
Orcs
are.
have plenty of weapons on a ship.
Well, yes. However, are orcs willing to actually leave their homeland by water and not march?
Fair. So somewhere closer. We just find the biggest, nastiest bounty they've got out. Go deal with it. Claim the money. Pay a captain.
Actually, that is an idea. Give the DM a minute. He's got to double check a orc tradition thing. Because there's a canon thing in Elder Scrolls that if you do something for an orc of importance, they consider you their blood. And therefore you will be treated with open arms in friendly orc territories to that specific orc. If I remember correctly.
Don't really need to do that. Just need to find someone that's got a bounty out for something nasty that we can go kill. Get paid for it. Jobs are good.
Yes, but I also said that this was the chapter goal. I'm not having you skip several sessions.
Yeah.
I may be a just god, but I'm not retarded.
Contrary to your
Remains to be
self-deprecating
seen.
insults earlier on.
Yes. Anywho.
Tell me when you stop picking.
Yeah. Alright, he suddenly takes his hand off of Minty's head and immediately starts stroking his chin.
Mm-hmm. Stands up.
I believe that
Looks
there
around.
is an orc.
Now?
Huh?
I was just narrating Minty's thought process. She's been petted for so long. It's okay. Did we have sex? Am I having a baby now? Are we married?
You stopped petting me. Are we getting divorced? Don't you love me anymore?
Okay,
You know what a normal cat would do when they stop paying attention? Literally climb onto his head with your claws the entire way.
Well,
Just
like the
dangle off
fucking,
his face.
like the fucking one thing from like the Looney Tunes cartoons, which is like one of my favorite adorable things, is that this cat like steps on everybody's head, claws the shit out of their head, but the cat is too cute to like
Yep.
punish.
I know the one. I know the one.
Mick is now standing on her normal hind paws and is looking around.
Mhm.
She notices, oh my god, there's people on the ground. Tries raking people on the ground.
I don't think there's anyone on the ground still. Didn't they get moved?
They did
They
get
did.
moved.
To where? Aren't they here in the same room with us? I see them there.
Yeah, one of them would have been propped up on one of the seats at a table and
Yeah, that's basically what I was
face-
trying to
face-
do with
face down
that's
on the desk.
what I was trying to do with Gregor.
Okay, well, she's trying to make him wake up. Hey, you sleepy one. Where is me? Where am I? You don't know this place. Smells funny. Hello? Can anyone help me? I'm lost. I'm looking for my mistress. You know, mean face, like she pulls her face in a very stern manner. Mean face, blue skin, elf a pointy ear, knife ear person. Don't call her knife ear, though. She's my Lisa. She's the
She-
best.
She witnessed somebody call her knife ear once, and that person get drinks only through a straw.
Well, I'm in another plane of existence.
Technically, yes. You are currently in a pocket dimension that's actually a bar.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sam basically pipes up, glad of you to actually join us.
Turns around. He.
It's this dude.
He
No, he didn't grow. I just blew him up so that you'd notice which one was Sam.
Are we in the blast range?
What's this thing's range? Yes. You're in the splash zone. Anyway, I believe there is an orc. Like, he's, like, somewhat casually talking simultaneously to both Minty and Lyrel. Because Lyrel's the one that's actually somewhat acting like a party leader right now.
Was not expecting to take the role of the party leader.
Trust me, I wasn't either when I had to take it. And I wasn't even the party leader. I was more of the party dad.
You're still not the party dad. You still need to look after Terra.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone carries on like this, there will be no worries of Laurel thinking that she can gain power by killing you and eating your hearts.
I love that came casual. That came out of left field so casually that just it caught one of us by surprise. The other one was expecting it, but like I was more expecting you to somewhat say that to the Native Prince. Also, I just realized I have Jarl Balrog in here.
Sweet.
I like completely forgot that I had made a token and put him in here just so that I could put a token somewhere. But yeah, Sam mentions to Lyrel that there is an orc war priestess that is actually looking for a job that she needs done, and that she would consider whoever does this task to be blooded. Which, in the Elder Scrolls sense, being blooded means that this orc's poll will get you in basically orc-only circles.
Wait.
It's an actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling it blooded because that sounds right. Like, it's the thing that sounds right to me.
Yeah. It makes sense as a word.
Okay. I was just double checking. And this is the name he says. I'm just gonna call her Dulu.
Lars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Lars.
Dulable Lars. She wishes for someone to actually assist with her endeavor. According to her, according to her, they have an illegitimate tribe war chief.
Mm-hmm.
Who plans on basically, and I'm putting this lightly because she kind of panic prays this to Malakath, and he's begging me to shut her up. He apparently wishes to create the chaos that was the War of the Second Era. The one that was only quelled by Tiber Septim's rise to power and his own conquering of Tamriel.
I'm guessing that's common knowledge.
It is mostly common knowledge. Tiber Septim is a mortal man who, according to some religious sects, ascended to godhood, and his god name is Talos. He is basically a god of war in most religious circles that are basically, war-bound. And there are several books about Tiber Septim, as well as his children. So it's mostly common knowledge. And while Lyrel basically,
hasn't read them.
It's written in books. It's common knowledge for most people. I mean, sure, some of the elves that are in the jungle and stuff won't touch the books made by outsiders, but honestly, you're kind of a representative of your tribe, so you kind of had to be literate.
Mm-hmm. I was probably told about the things rather than given books to read.
Oh, so you got Cliff Notes versions.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so much fun when I bring in a certain giant item into the game. Because it does have a stat block. But anywho, yeah. I'm going to...
So this illegitimate chief needs to die?
Yes. He needs to die and have what would be the remainder of his army quelled. Doesn't necessarily mean that the army itself needs to die, they just need to stop the cause.
The head off. Snake dies.
Or cut a head off, 2 more take its place.
Go back in time to when the guy didn't have an army. Kill him then.
That might actually work. Interesting. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this one, or Mullet, or Mehrunes is going to actually have his hands full.
What about Alduin? What about Alduin?
Oh, Alduin was dealt with. Twice. Actually, 3 times, now that I'm thinking about it. Alduin originally, when he was first terrorizing the ancient Nords, and since I'm going to assume that was actually Minty in character and not you asking me about Alduin. Basically, Sam points out, you don't gotta worry about Alduin. See, the ancient Nords took care of him by using the powers of an Elder Scroll that specifically detailed Alduin. Flung him forward in time. I shit you not, they literally samurai jacked him. They literally said, okay, this is somebody else's problem. And had somebody else deal with it a couple hundred years later.
I mean, the spell of someone else's problem is quite high level.
But yeah, he says that they sent them back in, or forward in time. Then the last Dragonborn, the Dragonborn, had dealt with them. And he calls her by name. Like, first name. Doesn't say my lady or lord or anything. I don't know if that's going to mean anything or not, but I just wanted to try. He goes, yeah, Nevhesa dealt with him already, and might have to again.
Oh, I will do it. Because I am my mistress student, Minty, also known as Minty. I shall be the next Khajiit, Dragon Lord.
Well, very well. That does, of course, seem to be the case. After all, she's clearly trained you.
Want to see one of my shouts?
And the reason he actually does say this is because, this is DM wanting to flavor something for Minty here. Is there is a portion of a combined, what looks to be the symbol of the Empire on the back of the outfit, because I know the name of the outfit Minty is wearing, but I'm drawing a blank on it. But on the back of the outfit, there's the symbol for Morrowind, and inside that symbol is the emblem of the Empire.
Oh, so you see that? That's so cool.
I wanted to flavor something cool, because Nevhesa didn't forget his she didn't forget her roots. She just added a little bit of stuff to it.
I appreciate that Minty still wants to show him her shout.
Okay. What are you shouting?
Do I have? I've forgotten since so long.
You have... Yeah, you have the Unrelenting Force shout.
Oosh.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to shout Force.
Okay. Yeah, Foos. Alright. And yes, I'm going to allow him... I'm actually going to have him roll the Constitution save.
Wait, before you think I'm busy shouting at him, I'm shouting out towards the bar.
Oh, I know. I mean, Foos has a large... Like, the Foos Roda actually has a really large range, period. Even in the game, if you're trying to, like, shout into the air, you can still accidentally cause somebody to jump back. It's a powerful fucking shout. Because one of the things you can do if you're fighting Ulfric in the Civil War is you can use Fus Ro Dah and you turn him into ash.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Does that actually happen? I've never actually done that in the game.
Yeah, it actually happens. All you've got to do is just continuously shout at him and he will turn to ash. You don't even have to swing your sword. Oh, he nat 20'd. I'm not even making that up. I rolled it.
He is unfazed.
Oh no, it's not that he's unfazed. What he's actually doing is he kind of sidesteps it. But, like, it also kind of looks like he quickly shimmered in and out of existence for a split second. But he looks more in control of it than Akatosh did.
What about everybody else in the building?
Oh no, there are people that got scattered. Like, the Bruno-looking motherfucker. And yes, I'm calling him that because... Look at that. You can't tell me that that's not Bruno.
Bruno has a very different meaning for me. He was an NPC bad guy in a very, very long-running campaign.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm talking about Bruno from Encanto.
Encanto.
Oh. The one no one talks about.
Yes, the one that nobody talks about. because that's literally the outfit in the song that they have him in. Like, almost exactly like that. He gets pushed back into a corner here. Akshad goes flying because they can't roll a Constitution save to actually do anything. Should mention that he sidestepped. This person also goes flying. This person steps back. This one's jumped forward as soon as she heard the foos.
Why would you jump forward?
This lady landed in the fireplace. Thankfully, it's not on fire.
And these little piggies went wee 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 all the way home.
Yeah. You basically just scattered the bar.
Yeah, Lindsay is looking very proud of herself at the moment. With her ears flat down, chest out, hands on hips, and tail is curled up.
I see, she has definitely trained you well. However, there are going to be some people who are not within my realm that I cannot keep calm if you do that outside of this little pocket of existence.
I'm assuming that Sam's perception is humongous.
Yes.
So he is probably the only one that will hear the very under-breath comment of, I may have to eat this one day.
When you say that, he starts to grin. He, like, slowly turns his head at you. Like, I mean, full-on Cheshire Cat grin. And you just hear, almost in your head, I'd like to see you try. Before he snaps his fingers, and now you must roll me a Constitution save.
You caused it for yourself.
Yeah, you brought this on yourself, man.
I've natural 20'd it, though.
You natural 20 to God, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that gives me a 26, which is pretty damn sweet.
You're still buzzing, though.
Oh, yeah.
You're not drunk, but you've got a really good buzz. Good. You can handle your liquor. It might be fun to drink under a table one day.
Don't cheat like this, and I'll happily take you up on that.
No, of course I'm not going to cheat. I am honorable. This was more of an attempt at a punishment. It seems you can hold your liquor quite well. Very good to know. He then claps his hands and essentially tells you all to actually get some rest. You are going to need it.
From upstairs, I'm assuming the bedrooms were like directly above this bar.
Yes.
You hear banging on the ceiling, effectively. It's like,
keep it down.
And the rest happens sooner. Please stop with the yelling.
And with this, Sam is going to clap his hands. All of a sudden, the fireplace catches on fire. It looks like it's nighttime outside the occasional, what looks to be windows. A few of the patrons have just straight up vanished. To where it's only a select group. And you guys are now in your own rooms.
You put some money. start scratching on the door.
Start scratching. Oh my god. You know the sad part is the mental image, because I am a man-child. My mental image immediately was Minty starts scratching at the door, somebody goes to open it, and then Minty just stares at them.
No, Minty grabs them.
Here. There you go.
He is calling, can I sleep next to somebody? Can I sleep at my mistress? She's not here. I want to sleep.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've got a bunch of surprises in store for you all. Okay, so Alex,
Yes.
real quick, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Do I disadvantage because I'm under the bed?
No.
Okay. Fair
In
enough.
fact, this is with advantage.
Okay. Suspicious, but okay. The fuck is perception? Here we go. I don't know why, but when I roll as Minty, the rolls come up instantly. When I roll as me, it takes like 30 fucking seconds.
I don't know. I have the same thing. I think part of it's because half the time you're on Roll20 all week. I think that's one of the reasons why. But if that's the case, it'd take you just as long to roll as Minty. Because I have the same occasional problem. Okay. Yeah. So you see, yes, you are seeing a Snow White, what looks to be a house cat.
Where?
Give me a moment. She's supposed to be about here, but I don't have a thing for her yet, so I'm going to put this here as a placeholder. I'm going to put a werewolf as a placeholder for a house cat.
Okay, then.
And it is going through drawers in the desk here. Accompanied by this. It's not playing for me, but I know it played for you.
The giggly ghost girls?
Yes, the giggly ghost girls.
Okay, so I'm underneath the bed, curled up, trying to get rid of this hangover.
Yes.
And I hear ghostly giggling noises, open one eye reluctantly.
Yes.
And there is a white house cat opening drawers
Yes.
on the desk.
And, this is with paws. She doesn't even have hands like you do.
This one is never touching alcohol again. Rolls over, faces the other way.
Okay.
Not my room, not my things, not my problem.
She walks out of the room and gently says, "Good night," before slamming the door.
Crying. Literally crying.
And that is where we're going to end the session. With absolute torment for her Butters.